Hello and good afternoon. Welcome all of you to the EdTech Lounge session. So on behalf of the Network of Quality Teaching and Learning, I welcome all of you to the EdTech Lounge session today. If this is the first time you're attending the EdTech Lounge, then let me just remind you of the rules of the game today. Our faculty member will speak for about 15 minutes and she will share her story of the use of technology in teaching and learning. After her speech, we will open the session for question and answer. If you have any questions or comments, please write them in the chat window and keep your microphone and your webcam switched on. If at any point start facing technical issues, please write in the chat window and one of us will be able to help you out. Our today's speaker is Mehtab Jaffer, who is currently working as a senior instructor and academic lead for BSCN Year 4 at Aga Khan University School of Nursing and Midwifery, Karachi, Pakistan. Ms. Mehtab has completed Masters of Science in Nursing in 2013 from the Aga Khan University, and her area of interest is education and curriculum development. Her clinical interest is in patient education and emergency care. She is responsible for providing support for the delivery and smooth offering of academic programs at undergraduate level at Sonam. She started her journey at Aga Khan University as a registered nurse in 2001 and moved on to critical care nursing, nurse instructor, nurse specialist at the Department of Emergency Medicine. In addition, she has also served in medical, surgical, and ambulatory care services at the Aga Khan Hospital. Since 2015, she's been working as a faculty member at Sonam. She has been involved in teaching critical care nursing courses at undergraduate level, which includes both theory and clinical work. During her last 5 years at Sonam, she has been involved in various administrative positions as well. Currently, she is serving as the chair of mentorship committee at Sonam, and she's also a simulation champion at CIME. More recently, during the COVID pandemic, she has been trained as a master trainer at the federal level to educate and train healthcare providers on the use of personal protective equipment across Pakistan. So over to you, Mehtab.
Thank you very much for the brief introduction. And here I would like to thank you everyone who joined here in this session. And I hope that we will have a good time duration during that period of time. Today I will be talking about opportunities and challenges of an online learning in critical times of a COVID-19 period. So before I formally start my presentation, I would like you to take a minute to think about what actually online learning is. I would request that if you can copy that Padlet link in your Google account and write down that what are your things and what are your thoughts about an online learning. So I'll give you 1 minute. Maybe you'll think about it and just write whatever comes into your mind about online learning. We'll continue after 1 minute. Okay. We have done with 1 minute. Okay. I would request the participants to park your thoughts and park your responses. We will discuss it at the end of the presentation. So before starting the presentation, I would like to share some of the expected outcomes of the session. As soon as finishing the presentation, we will be able to review the types of an online learning, describe the proposed benefits of an online learning, discuss some of the expected challenges of an online learning, share some of the live experiences of an live online sessions during that tenure. So let's first, let me tell you about the rationale that why I have chosen this topic. So far, if we recall, on 26th of Feb 2020, when we heard the news that there were two patients came from Iran and they were the COVID positive. And before that, we were in the phase where we were having both the strategies of a teaching learning in our academia, where we are using face-to-face, online, that would be a blended mode. After 15th of March, then when we have received a formal notification from our university personnel and higher management that yes, it is this pandemic and now we have to switch that learning phase and from face-to-face to another online mode. So this is the time when we as an individual, personally, I feel that, you know, this is the very critical time where we've been planning all the things in a face-to-face mode, all the presentation, classroom presentation. Now, this is the time that we have to have switched 365-degree change in our academia life. So this was the time we were in really, you know, I would say, denial phase. I would say that now what next will happen, how we're going to teach our students, what will be the modality. So now 15 March, if we will see today we are where we are standing right now. If it is the end of the July, now we are in a much different phase where we are very much planned and we are progressing towards the online modes of a teaching. So in this presentation, I would like to give a snapshot of what we have, what I have done in that 3 months tenure and how this pandemic situation creates an opportunity to learn something different out of the box. So let me first discuss about what are the types of an online learning. Since we have been learning since so many past days and months that very much, you know, online learning is in. So if we talk about the two different types of an online learning, the major two categories are the synchronized and asynchronous learning modes. When we are talking about synchronized, actually this is the period where it is a real-time discussion, where we, the facilitator and participants or a student have a real-time discussion and real-time feedback where both the sides are on the same time, they are learning and teaching each other. It is a cost-effective method and facilitator can gauge understanding of the concepts right there at that time. Also, one of the benefits is it is an instructor facilitated that how she or he want to modify. And it also happened that they need participants to be virtually present at that particular time. Like both the facilitator and students are online, are there at that particular time, and teaching and learning is progressing at that point of time. If we talk about asynchronous learning, this is a difference between asynchronous and synchronous. So in asynchronous, a student or a learner can do anytime, anywhere learning can happen. It's not the time bound. They are feasible, convenient. They can access material with their own convenience. They can explore answers. They can look for the answers using different Google strategies and Google Internet services. They can also express their thoughts without any interruption. They can write it down in a chat box and their faculty or a facilitator can address it at any point of time. It is also self-directed. The students can have their own pace. They can learn. She can learn at their own time. There's no time bound. And also it doesn't require virtually to present participant at that particular time. So they can use messages, discussion boards, online discussion modes, anything they can use it for an asynchronous learning modes. Now, moving forward, I will share some of my personal experiences during that tenure, like from mid-March till date, that how I as a person, I as a faculty or a learner, gone through this experience and what new journey I have gone through. First of all, I would like to share that I am the participant of one of the training which has been MOU signed between AKU and federal level, where myself is a master trainer who is involved in teaching healthcare providers about use of personal protective equipment during COVID-19 pandemic. This is an online virtual session where a facilitator is on Zoom side and the participants is on the other side. So they all are online at the same time. But yes, they are not face to face, but yes, the same link, the same time, the facilitator is sharing their knowledge and the participant is gaining new knowledge out of it. At the end of the session, they will have a question answer session at the same time. So this is some of the examples where I was involved as a, I would say it would consider it as a synchronized training learning mode for me, where a participant was involved in teaching learning at the same time with the facilitator. Another example of the teaching learning is in asynchronous mode is the where we are involving our students and upcoming graduates to learn and study. Since the school, the university has closed the face-to-face classes, so now the school is preparing graduates and upcoming graduates in a way there where they have been given a platform that they can access their course material on their own side, on their own time. We have given, they have their own spaces. They can have an asynchronous learning in a way that if teacher uploads something or teacher has some course material uploaded, they can use their own time, their own references, and they can utilize their time for the study. So at that point of time, the facilitator and students are not connecting at one point of time. They are in different time, but learning is in progress. So some of the examples. Another example of an online learning workshop, which I just would like to say that this training is not limited to students only. I have been involved in an online workshop, which is enhancing mentorship capacity workshop, which has been organized by a mentorship committee of School of Nursing in collaboration with services side, in which senior leadership members from School of Nursing, that is faculty senior leadership, and the staff members of the services side were involved in taking this workshop, and we have been conducted that first virtual ever first time mentorship workshop in which we are preparing our faculty and staff for mentorship thing. And myself as a chair and Dr. Nagma Rizvi was a co-chair, was organized this workshop. So this was the thing where we were all connected on some same page and we were learning at the same time. So looking back to the benefits of some of the online learning, when we reflect back that where we were on the mid of March and where we are right now, so yes, there are so many benefits of an online learning. It's a global approach. You can contact anywhere around the globe. You can connect anywhere. It's a fixed, flexible, convenient, and feasible method. Also, it is accessible in terms of when students or a facilitator would like to upload any course material. If they want to schedule any lesson plan, so they can do it at their own. It's a low cost thing. At times, it's also a comfortable learning environment. You can sit anywhere around the globe and you can have your learning mode on. Also, a person will develop a good technical skills when actually they are using this online modality. You know, they're most of the time using laptops, computers, so desktop PCs. So they are actually enhancing their technical skills. Also, at times it is very good that they have been appropriate to respond to some of the question and answer and to their feedbacks. For this, at times it is important that you have a written feedback and answer is guaranteed at that time because the person is sitting with you and discussing with you. Besides this, if we talk about the challenges, yes, these are the part and parcel along with the learning. So in terms of challenges, it needs a robust time management skill. Thorough time management skills, very important to signify. Also, it should have a strong self-motivation towards an online thing. At times, the students or a facilitator who are less technical smart, so it is very difficult for them to adjust them in a learning environment. Also, another important challenge is the internet and technology dependent. We know nowadays technology, internet, load shedding is on the topmost priority issues. So this is one of the challenges of an online learning. Another important challenge is in social and in-person contacts. We can't see face-to-face, we can't sit together. So definitely everything is online. So learning is taking online. So this minimal social contact is also a challenge. Responses to questions are always not reasonable and reliable at that particular time. And social interaction outside the class is also one of the major challenges. So you can see in the picture that there are settings where our students are there and they have a limited connectivity, their environment is not secure, so this is one of the challenges of online learning. So this ends my presentation, and I would like to acknowledge the blended learning team for their constant support, guidance and encouragement. Also, I would like to thank our School of Nursing Management and faculty members who provided constant support to me to achieve this goal. So lastly, I would like to evaluate this session by having polling system. For that, I would request the blended learning team to share the polling with the participants.
Okay, thank you very much, Mehtab. So this was really nice and crisp. Thank you.